been a while, but I'm back with another update video on my portfolio. If you don't already know, I used to be with Vanguard, but for this current tax year that started back in April, I changed to Interactive Brokers. If you're not familiar with Interactive Brokers, this is actually the first year in the UK that they've offered an ISA. If you want to see more about them or you just want to check out their website, I have left a link in the description below, so feel free to click on that and have a look around. But yeah, I changed to Interactive Brokers for a variety of reasons, but basically the main one was that I needed a platform that would offer me stocks and shares, in an ISA, but would offer me more than just perhaps index funds and ETFs that I was getting on Vanguard. Now, I do think Vanguard is a fantastic offering. It's incredible. It gives you what you really need and for a very good price. But anyway, I've got videos explaining why I moved. That's not really the point of today's video. The point of today's video is to have a look at how my portfolio is doing. So this is my portfolio. As you can see, as with many providers, the main screen is just giving you an overview. You can make customizations on this, but I haven't really played around with that too much yet, to be honest, because I'm very much trying to just invest regularly and let it do its thing rather than getting really caught up in the nitty-gritty of it, because obviously the market, the global economic market even, is just not very happy right now. So I don't want to look too deeply at my portfolio, because psychologically that could make me perhaps not want to invest when I'm someone that very much wants to continue investing during downfalls as well, because I know in the future that will be really beneficial. On the main screen, you can see a breakdown of the important information that I need to see when I've just logged in. I can see how much I have in my portfolio. I can see the performance over time graphically here, which is really, really nice. And of course, you can change this to 7 days, month to date, 1 month, year to date, and 1 year, which is of course a really nice snapshot. And over on the left here, we can see some more information about how much I have in there ready to invest and the dividends. This video is not really about how to use this website. If you do want that, obviously let me know. So let's jump into this tab here, which is portfolio. And this is going to break down exactly what I've got. So again, along the top here, you can see some information about how much is in my portfolio, what's been going on daily and all this other information that's really, really handy. But let's just take a look here. So if you've watched my previous dividend collection videos where I spoke about which dividend stocks I'm going to be investing into, you'll probably already know this information. But if not, basically I picked some dividend stocks that I wanted to invest in, and I've been investing into them. This is not just purely a dividend portfolio, it's also going to be, I'm going to be investing in other things as well, which you'll see. So the first thing I have here is trig, not the maths style trig that we all know and love. We're not talking about that. We're not calculating any triangles. Was that even what trigonometry was for? Can't remember. Anyway, we've got this stock here with the ticker symbol TRIG, trig. I hold 26 positions in this stock, and you can see here that the percentage change is plus 30%. So actually, considering it's not doing too badly. The next one I've got is BAE Systems, which again is a very, very popular stock, especially for UK investors, and I hold 5 shares in this stock. Then we've got HSBC Holdings. I own 10. I own 8 shares of National Grid, and then I own 56 shares of Tritax Big Box REIT. That is a REIT. I've got a position of 4, so 4 shares in Rio Tinto. Again, Rio Tinto is a really, really popular one as well. And Diageo, that is perhaps, I would argue that's one of the most popular UK dividend stocks right now. And I have 5 shares in that. Lastly, I have VUSA, which is an S&P 500 tracker. Like I said, this is not really all meant to be a dividend portfolio. I still very much wanted to invest into my ETFs, and the S&P 500 is my favorite, I won't lie. And I've just actually recently bought more into this, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. I'm not going to go through each of these individually about how they've been performing, but you can obviously take a look on the screen now, or you can just Google and see how these stocks have been performing recently. But let's jump over to the performance tab. This is obviously, like I said, given the current situation of the market, not going to look as nice as perhaps it has in the past. I have been investing since just before the COVID crash. So actually, this is kind of what I'm used to seeing as an investor, which is quite sad. The majority of my investing so far has been in times where it's been quite rough. I did experience the real highs after COVID, but apart from that, it's been kind of like this. This is what I'm kind of used to. I think probably that's a good thing psychologically. But anyway, we can switch here year to date, 1 year, 1 month. We've been in the plus sometimes this month, but yeah, mostly it's not looking great. And then something that I really like about Interactive Brokers is it breaks it all down here for you, your portfolio allocation, which is really nice. So it tells you how much you've got in stocks, in cash, whatever else you might have, and what sectors and industries that's broken down into, which I think is really, really nice because that really helps you see visually how diversified your portfolio is and perhaps lead you to make some changes that you may not have otherwise seen that you needed. So just jumping back to the home screen quickly, I forgot to show you how much my portfolio is up or down by, which is perhaps the most interesting thing. So if we go to month to date, it's up by 1.15%. That's the rate of return month to date. If we go to year to date, down by 7.44%. And then if we go to 1 year, again, that's the same because of the time that I started investing. So again, down by 7.44%. Do you know, I'll take that. I'll take being down by 7.44% because as soon as I open my free trade portfolio and I have a look at how Palantir and Tesla are doing, it's much worse than that. So that's fine by me. What you can actually do on Interactive Brokers, which is pretty cool, is you can run different types of reports to bring back information that you're looking for. But because I know what the last investment I made is, I'm just going to show you rather than running a report to find out. So the last investment I made was buying more of VUSA. So if I click on that here, it will open more information about it and I can scroll down and let you see. So on the 7th of July, that was very recently, on the 7th of July, I bought 4 shares worth of VUSA, which cost £244.49 at just over £61 per share. And you can see some other information here actually, my transaction history, but also a dividend payment on the 30th of June of £2.30. I don't know if that, because what Interactive Brokers do, I think, is they show you the dividends that you will be getting as well as dividends that you have been paid. So what you can do is you can go onto the report section here, and I've set up a custom report so I can just keep running it whenever I want to. But you can see, look, dividends. I set up a dividend report, and I think report 1 is one that I was messing around with as well. If I run the dividend report from inception, monthly, PDF, fine, let's run that. It tells you a breakdown of the dividends and when you got paid them, which, and it breaks it down further here. But just for example, I don't know if this is a full report from the 6th to the 14th, so yesterday. So far, I've been paid £2.59, which I know is not a lot, but I'm still very much a beginner. And to be honest, I invested my first amount of money into these dividend stocks and I haven't invested much more since. And of course, if you know anything about dividend investing, you need to build it up over time and your dividends will start compounding and then you can drip that back in and buy more shares and build up your portfolio that way. I'm in it for the long haul, so I'm not too worried that I've only been paid this little amount at the moment. I'm just going to continue doing it, continue building. One thing you'll notice is that my complete dividends here says £2.59, but on my main screen it says £2.70. So there's something happening there, but it's only pennies. Something else you can do that's really cool with the reports is you can run their default reports, which gives you like a snapshot of your portfolio over however long you want it to be. So this is mine since inception, which is pretty cool actually. It breaks down all the key statistics that you could want to know, how much you've put in, how much you currently have in there, your allocation, distribution of returns, everything that you could possibly know, which again, you don't get on all platforms. So I really, really like that breakdown. To see your fees, what you've been paying on Interactive Brokers, it's slightly different than what I'm used to on other platforms, but essentially you just run what is called an activity statement and it breaks down pretty much everything you could want to know. It tells you all your trades that you've made. So if I open this here, you can see a breakdown of every trade I've made since I've had this account, all your open positions, which is really cool as well. Transaction fees here, which you can see that since I began this portfolio, I've made quite a number of transactions really, and so far it's cost me £3.56 in transaction fees. you can see your deposits and withdrawals, so how much I've put in. Dividends, again, which I've just shown you that, but it's here as well. Your fees, which has cost me £1.79. And then your withholding tax, I mean, yeah, not even worth noting that one really. You get a breakdown of information here, but like I'd said, the fees aren't necessarily what you see here because it works slightly different with interactive brokers, whereby you decide what fee type you're going to pay and then it's capped at a certain amount. Watch my previous video. I'll link it on the screen somewhere now if you want more information about that, because it's probably more useful if you do need further information. But if you have any questions about my portfolio at all, or about interactive brokers or anything else, do leave them in the comments below. And like I said, if you want to check out interactive brokers on your own time, then I have left a link in the description below.